Hello. Hi everybody. Welcome along. This is our Saturday, the 6th of June, 12 noon snack. So if this is the one you're looking for, stay right with us. We'll have a bit of a preamble first, a little bit of a chat, catch up on things, like old friends. If it's not the one you're looking for, then scoot back through our playlist on Facebook, find the one you want, and then join us again. Join us again on the catch up. Say hello as you come on in. It'd be good to know who's with us. Good to know how everybody's doing. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Can see me okay. Let me know what's going on. Cloudy, horrible, rainy day here in Coventry, in the Midlands. It's one of those ones you go, it's a nah day. So let me know what's going on where you are, what you've been up to. We're old friends, come on. Let me know what's been happening in the world where you are. How you been doing since this morning with Kelsey? Chance to crowbar in some of those mobility movements, keeping those shoulders back, thinking about your posture. Keep it on your radar all the time. It's so easy for us to come back into a rolled shoulders sort of position. So shoulders especially is a great one to think posture and bring those shoulders back, lift the chest a little bit more and grow that a little bit taller. It's a good one. Keep it on there. I've always wanted to be taller. If only lifting my shoulders back would make me 6 foot, but unfortunately it doesn't. So hey, what can you do? 6 of you on board, say hello, let me know how things are going and let me know what you've been up to. Let's see some hellos, see who's joining us, who's ticking the register for this lunchtime snack today. Who have we got on board with us? Don't be shy, step up. It's just me and you here, that's all it is. Forget everybody else. It's me and you. Let us know what you've been up to. I had a thought going through my head there. Say hi. Let us know what you've been up to since you saw Kelsey this morning. You've got me at lunchtime today, and then Bex will be with you at 4 o'clock. This is our second snack of the day. And remember, this is all about adding additional movement minutes onto our day. So, you know, we've already got busy lives. We're already doing stuff around the day. This is about adding some additional stuff into that movement bank that we can use to add up our minutes. And yeah, let's think, we're in week 11. If you've been with us since the start, you're going to have added a heck of a lot of extra additional movement minutes to your days. Week 11, Saturday, June the 6th. Where does it go? Heading into week 12. For those of you who've been with us from the start, hi. Thank you for staying with us. For those of you who are new, who are with us recently, welcome along to our band of merry movement missionaries. There we go, movement missionaries. Missioners? No such word. That's the word for Kelsey's dictionary, actually. We'll pop that in Kelsey's dictionary under M. Missionaries, missioners. There we go, got it. So say hi, let me know what you're up to. 23 of you hiding there in the background, I can see you there. Let me know who you are, let me know what you've been up to. What are you doing? It's getting around to 12 o'clock. Is Kelsey with us, I wonder? Even if she's not, I've been practicing my 3-2-1. I'm going to amaze her today with my 3-2-1. It's nowhere going to be near as fast as Kelsey's was, because I just go wrong if I do that. Got to think it. You'll probably see the cogs turning in my head as I do it. Right. Should we do it? Okay, let's go. 3... No, I'm going to get it wrong straight away. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, good afternoon, welcome along. Today is Saturday, the 6th of June. This is your 12 noonday snack. My name's Dave Montgomery from Later Life Training, and this is our second snack of additional movement minutes to add to our day. 3 times a day we're with you. 8 a.m, 12 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Kelsey with you earlier on, I'm here now, and you'll have Bex later on. All of the stuff that we're going to do, we can do in a standing position, but if you're in a standing position, make sure you've got some solid fixed support. I've come into the kitchen today. Work surface is at an absolutely fantastic height to be able to do to use as support. So make sure you have some external fixed support available if you're going in a standing position. If you want to go into a seated position, then we still do this in an active position. So although we're sat down, it's an active seated position. Okay, should we start? Let's do some posture check. Okay, so bring ourselves in our standing position. We're going to stand with our feet on the floor. Our knees are in line with our hips, and our knees are also in line with our ankles. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to lose those comments off the side so I can see my feet now. I can see them. Okay, so we're standing nice and tall. Next thing I want you to do, lift from your hips, grow that extra inch. So get an extra inch between your ribs and your hips. Lifting up, take the shoulders up, back, and ease them down and in together, bringing those shoulder blades together. That opens our chest, puts us into our good postural position. All too often we tend to roll those shoulders forward. So we shorten the muscles on the front of our chest, and we lengthen muscles in our back, in our upper back, and we want it the other way round. So we're going to lift those shoulders up, back, and down. Now, relax there, but think about your shoulder blades coming together. Now keep posture on your mind the whole time. Last thing, chin lifted, so lift through this neck as well, but parallel with the floor. Okay, so we're not looking up, we're here, but we're lifting that neck, so we've grown those extra few inches. In our seated position, first thing we need to do is make sure we're coming to the front third of the chair. So if we're at the back of the chair, let me come sideways on, we're going to hip walk into the front of the chair, and then from there, put the chair back into position. Think of your bottom as your feet, okay? So your sitting bones are down onto the cushion of your chair. Grow this inch from our hips to our ribs. Shoulders up, back, and down. Squeezing those shoulder blades together as well, and keeping that chin nice and lifted. So sit tall, feel your posture growing and getting taller. Okay, a little bit of a circulation booster before we go into our strength at work as well. So, with our feet, we're going to lift onto the ball of the foot. So think about your ankle, feet and toes and how they all work together. Let me show you sideways on. I'm coming up onto the ball of my foot, and there's a crease coming into my foot just before my toes. In our seated position, exactly the same. So we're just lifting, feel it through your calves, feel it through your legs. The idea of our circulation booster is we want to get the blood pumping around the body a little bit more, warming the muscles, loosening the joints and getting that oxygen around our body. Okay, have a little pause and put an arm movement in for me. Now, drive it from the shoulder. So have a look sideways on. I'm trying to keep my elbow relatively 90 degrees. Sort of static really if I can. The movement is here from my shoulder. Let me just lift my arm up, because I'm aware that black on black, you can't really see that very well. So see how the shoulder is the movement? That's where we want to feel the movement from. Chair, exactly the same. If you feel steady and stable, you can use both arms, but make sure you have that support there and use it if you need to. Here, every now and again, you can stop, take as many steps as you need to change your position. It might just be to here or all the way round and then do your other arm. So options there for you to use. Use what is right for you, use what is comfortable for you. Take a little pause and let's come back down to these feet. This time lift them off the floor slightly, pointing the toes down to the floor. Again, down onto the ball of the foot and rolling through the heel to the heel. So always think about that movement. Ankle, foot and toes, the whole movement. We use that throughout the day. In our seated position, exactly the same. What you might find, however, is that this becomes a little bit tiresome here. It's a big move for these muscles in this position. So you may want to take it to a toe tap, or even just come back down to those heel lifts. Now, try and do both together. Put an arm in, holding on for support if you need to. And if you feel steady and stable with it, put both arms in. So we've got this march, and we've got to move with our shoulders and arms there. This is going to get the circulation moving a little bit more, getting the scene a little bit warmer, getting those muscles warm, getting the blood around the body. Use your support if you need it. Okay, take a pause there. At the end of our circulation booster, we just should feel as though we want to take a breath or a couple of breaths. If you need to do that for a little bit longer, then do. Pause and go on. Okay, moving into our first move for today. We've been talking about picking up objects and the movements that we do with all of those. So, the other day, on Wednesday, we did our directional stepping. So we're just going to focus on one part of that move today, and it's the forward step. So I have my support here. I'm going to step forward. The heel of the foot comes down first, excuse me, and I roll through to the heel, coming onto my toe at the back. Okay, let me show you sideways. So this leg I'm going to step forward on. So heel down, shift the weight onto the front, and up onto that ball of the foot at the back. Okay, so that's our first part of the move. Have a look though. What I want to add in is a reach with that, because we're talking about picking up items, reaching for objects, okay? So we step forward, heel down, and a slight reach forward, back in. Now here, using your support, take your hands slightly forward of your shoulder. So as you step forward, your arm and your shoulder are in line. We're not coming forward like this, okay? So we've still got that support there, and use it. Stepping back in. Keep going with that. Seated position, exactly the same. We step forward, lifting a knee lift here, look, to initiate that move. Heel down, toe comes down, and reach forward a little bit. So a hip hinge here, hinging at our hip to reach forward. However, don't come down towards the floor at this point. I want you to reach forward for me. Okay? And change legs every time. So it's there, not down here. And exactly the same with our feet, look. As I step forward, I'm lifting, heel down, and I can bring my back foot up onto the ball of the foot still. So we're emulating that move. Ultimately, if possible, we want to come into a standing position. We want to be able to do this in our standing position. Now, when you've done a few on one side, if you're in a standing position, take as many steps as you need to change your position, turn around, and work on the other side. Here, I do have the other side of my kitchen, so I can go straight across to the other side and do the same there. Only if you feel steady and stable. Make sure you've got that support there still so that you need it. You can try that there, but have your support available. So if you need to put your hand down, it's available and it's ready. So, reaching, picking things up, picking objects up, that's what the whole of the week has been about. And this is utilising our arms, so there's a shoulder movement in there, there's our leg movement, we're building strength, and we use our legs continually through the day. Getting out of the chairs, getting out of bed, going to the toilet, these muscles here, and this is focusing into these muscles as well. Okay, take a break there for me. Upper back strength. So we're going to work on our upper back. Earlier in the week we did it with a narrow hand position. We're going to take the hands a little bit wider this time. So I'm here. Let me just turn this camera slightly so you can see where my support is. So I'm using my wall cupboards in the kitchen. Standing with my feet firmly on the floor, just a little bit wider than my hips, still tall, so we're still lifting from here. I've got my hands on the wall unit, and I'm going to let myself come forward and push back. Okay? Keeping in contact with that wall unit the whole time. And keeping the feet on the floor. So I'm not lifting, have a look, I'm not lifting up. My feet are staying firmly on the floor as I come forward and back. And work within your own range. So take it to where it's comfortable for you. Now, seated, a towel if you have one handy. It's a move that we did earlier in the week again. Let me bring this chair in closer so you can see. Alright, so underhand grip, Pull apart slightly, pull it in towards your belly button, but keep your elbows in, so you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Now, if you remember from earlier in the week, we've got alternate grips, so we can take it overhand, just make sure the elbows don't come out, pull, in, and hold it there for a short while, forward and back. What you want to feel is those shoulder blades coming together. Now, if we don't have a towel available, we can still use the body resistance. So, squeeze apart, feel the chest opening, bring the elbows back, and focus on those shoulder blades coming in together. That is where you want to feel it. Now, I know Bex has referred to this in the past about if you imagine holding a grape between your shoulder blades. I'm a big Christmas fan, so imagine a walnut. Yeah, imagine a walnut between your shoulder blades as you squeeze them together. So working on our upper strength in the back, in the upper back, but also reinforcing our posture. So our posture is about bringing the shoulders back and down and having that position there where we're bringing the shoulder blades in towards each other. Take a pause. Our last movement today. And we're going to come on to our heels. So have a look at the movement. I'm going to come sideways on so you can see. I have my support here. And I'm just lifting the toes off the floor. My knees are staying soft. So my knees are soft and I'm lifting those toes off the floor. Upright position, look. So what you don't want to do is lean back. Don't do that. Here, tall and lift. I've got support here, I've got support here. Seated position, exactly the same. We're in our front third and we lift onto the toes. One other option for you in a standing position, you can lean against a wall, or in this case I'm leaning against the work surface. I've got some support there, lifting my toes off the floor and lowering down. So, feel it in your ankles. Can you feel that movement within your ankles as you bring those toes up? And it may only be a little movement. So to start off with, we may only see a minuscule amount of movement. But as we work at it, the mobility increases, flexibility starts to increase, and this all ties in with everything we do through the day. So think about your warm-up and your 8 a.m. slot, sorry. There we're talking about mobilization. We focus on a mobilization for the ankles. In our afternoon at 4 p.m, it's about three-dimensional movements, and those three-dimensional movements require flexibility and movement within those ankle joints. So we need flexibility, we need mobility, and we need strength in our ankles. This is going to help as far as that. Now, think about how this can be shoehorned or crowbarred into your day. In the kitchen, a lift while you're doing something, while you've got some support there available. Think about if you're perhaps opening a heavy door. You're going to step back, but you might come back onto your ankle firstly, just to initiate that step back onto your heel, sorry, not your ankle. There might be a little lift of those toes. Not suggesting that we're going to stand on our heels to pull a door open, but there's that sort of motion where we come back, we bring the toe off the floor slightly. So there's lots of ways where you can shoehorn that in, crowbar that in during the day. Our aim is to build our strength. So today we focused on, excuse me, legs as far as this stepping forward is concerned. A key point for you, when we're stepping forward in that, use the leg that's furthest away from where your support is. So we're not stepping here. You noticed I did this and then I turned round to do the other side. So we're always stepping the side away from where our support is. Upper back, you've got that support there. Or in your chair, you're utilising a towel, sock, pillowcase, anything, or even just simulating that move, resisting against it with your body. And in our third move today, just lifting those heels. Again, standing tall. Posture is key. Okay, 3 movements for you for today. Okay, that does our lunchtime snack. So think about how you can crowbar those in as you go forward during the day. There's lots of opportunities for you to do them. I don't know if it's what it's like where you are, but it's raining and quite horrible here today. But there's going to be plenty of opportunities for us to still do some crowbarring in there. It doesn't have to be outdoors or in the garden. Lots of opportunities while we're cleaning or cooking or making beds. Anything around the house. There's lots of opportunities for us to be able to do that crowbarring. So keep focusing on that for us as you drive forward. Keep posture and keep movement on your radar. Every now and again, stop, think, how's my posture? Can I improve it? Can I make myself taller? Lift shoulders back, down, reset yourself into that good postural position. Have a great day. Bex will be with you at 4 o'clock for our sway and stretch, and I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to do another 3, 2, 1. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.